Hello, howdy, and hola. It is Wednesday, and we're doing volume. We've conquered perimeter, which is the area around the rim, which is your fence. Now we've done area, which is the inside of the grass inside of your fence, which is the whole inside. And now what we're going to have is volume, which is like a swimming pool. If we were to fill up your yard all the way up to the fence now with water, how much water is in it? Instead, we're doing cubes today. We are in the green book. I'm not going to trick you today. We are on page 324 and 325, and we're in chapter 9, lesson 12, and we are doing volume today. It says the volume of the solid figure is the number of cubic units the figure contains. But pause. Today you're not doing your black folder. Today is kind of crazy because it's all over the place. You're doing your 5-minute test online. If you forget how to do that, remember there's a YouTube video to show you. It's the website. And then at the end, you take your picture and you screenshot it and you dojo it to me. I need to see your number because I'm going to compare it to last week's to see how you did. So no black folder today. We're doing the 5-minute review on the computer. Remember, for the 5-minute review, you're doing multiplication, you're doing 100 facts, and you're doing 5 minutes. A couple of you were cheapskating with like 20 or 30 questions. No, I want to know the whole page, 100 facts in 5 minutes, how many you can do. Okay? So today for volume, we're back on page number 324. I'm going to pull up my shared page for you today. I'm not going to do any of the ones from the book. I'm going to show you some ones that I have, and well, I might go over number 15 and 17, but I'm going to show you some examples before I do that. So let me share my page and I'll come right back. All right, and I'm back, and here we have a wonderful work page that kind of looks like your questions that you'll see. Remember, we're only doing the odds, guys, but I want you to look at me real quick because we're expanding our knowledge. We're not just doing perimeter anymore. We're not just doing area. Now we have to do volume. So that means if we have a shape that's not flat anymore, we have a shape that's 3D, so it's bigger. We have to know what the whole thing is. How many square units are in the whole piece now? So in order to do this, there is an equation. In order to find the volume is the area times the depth. Now, in order to find the depth, that's how deep or how many layers. You'll see in your book, they call them layers. How many layers your shape has. So let's look at this one. First, we need to find the area of the face. The area of, we call it the face. The face is just the part that's staring at you, just that front section. So let's find the area of one layer. So I do, in order to find area, remember area equals base times height. What's my base? My base is 1, 2, 3, 4. What's my height? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 4 times 7. I know my 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Or I could do my 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28. It's 28 either way. So now the equation to find my volume is my area of my face times the depth. So the area of my face is, remember, 7 times 4, 7, 14, 21, 28. So I have 28 times depth. And remember, the other word for depth is layers. The other word for depth means layers. So how many layers do you see in this shape? And I usually look here. Hold on, let me get my eraser. Where's my eraser? Erase this real quick. Now, to find the depth, I usually look here. because that shows me in 3D how far back my block is going. I look at the bottom and then I can see it here. And how far, how many cubes does this go back? Well, I see, let me change my color here. I see 1 layer, I see 2 layers, I see 3 layers, right? I know my dots are not right in the right place. I see 1, 2, 3 layers. So now I can change back to my pen and I can say, well, my area of my face was 28 times my 3 layers equals, well, I don't know my 28s. And I don't know my 3 times 28. That's kind of crazy. So what can we do? We can go into the standard algorithm. Let me erase this. And if I write it in the standard algorithm, vertically, big numbers in the top, 28 times 3. I multiply 3 times 8, 8, 16, 24. Or I could do my 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 24. So I bring down the 4, carry the 2. Now I have 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So my whole area of my whole figure is 84 cubic squares or unit squares. Okay? These are not inches and it's not centimeters. You see squares, so it's called cubic squares or unit squares. It could be either or. Okay? Next one. Let's look here. I'm going to give you another example. The first thing I need to do is remember the equation. To find volume, it's area of the face times the depth equals volume. Area of the face times the depth equals volume. Okay, so first I had to find the area of the face. And to find area, remember area equals base times height. So now let's change my color. I'm looking at my base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 times 6 is 36. The area of my face, the part that's staring right at me, is 36. Now I have to times it times the depth. So I have to find the depth. So remember, I look at these last 2 blocks here at the bottom. And these blocks tell me how deep it is. I see 1 layer, I see 2 layers. So 36 times 2 equals, well, I don't know 2 times 36 off the top of my head, and I don't know my 36s, but I do know that multiplication is just repeated addition. So all I need to do is 2 groups of 36. So 36 plus 36 equals 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 7, 72. Now, if you didn't want to do it that way, you could also do it vertically. 36 times 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Do I have the same answer? Yes, I do. Because repeated addition is just the same thing as multiplication. So the area of my face was 36 times the depth, which was 2 layers. Depth means layers. And that gives me an answer of my volume is 72. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to my regular screen. Woohoo, need makeup today. All right, I'm going to flip the page because that's pretty much all of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. What we just did right there. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 is exactly what we just did. 11, same thing. And then you're going to get to 13. That's going to tell you how many rows, how many cubes in each row, the number of layers. That's telling you it in the graph. Instead of seeing it as the shape itself, it's telling you, can you draw? I like to draw it. When I see a graph that tells me, I like to draw it. So I'm going to draw a shape that has 3 rows. Remember, rows go from side to side, and columns go straight up and down. Rows are horizontal, columns are vertical. And then it tells me the number of layers. Remember, that tells me how far back it goes, right? So I'm not going to go over number 13 with you, but I am going to go over number 15 and 17 because they're word problems and they're a little bit trickier, so we need to work them out. So I'm going to do number 15 with you. So let me open up and share my whiteboard again. So I'm here with my whiteboard. And we're going to read the problem carefully. It says, Alice makes a pile of cubes. She makes 1 layer, so I can draw a face, right? That has 3 rows, right? And it has of 3 cubes in each row. So what's my base? She puts 2 more layers of the same size on top of the first layer. Ooh, so now with my, I'm going to go backwards. How many layers? So I have to draw this in 3D. If you know how to draw a cube in 3D, how many? She adds 2 more. Cool, you gotta practice with this one. So it says, what is the volume of the whole pile? Well, I know in order to find volume, I have to do the area of the face times the depth. Well, the area of my face, let me get my highlighter here. Remember, the face is the part that's staring right at me. So the area of that is 3 times 3, which is going to be 9, times the depth. What is the depth? Remember, that's how many layers. Depth means layers. So I see 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers. 9 times 3, 9, 18, and 27. Or I can count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. Okay, so that means that my volume equals 27 cubic squares, or square cubes, or unit squares. Okay. You also need to do 19. No, you do not need to do 19. Sorry. Strike that, reverse it. You do not need to do 19. It says you need unit cubes, and we don't have unit cubes to give you, so you're all good. I'm going to go back and stop my sharing. Or not. Hello? And am I back? Let me pull up myself. Hello? It's not letting me pull up myself. Oh, man. All right, well, if you can still see me. Oh, there I am. Haha. Okay, sorry about that. Today is a kind of busy day, and it's all over the place because not only do you have this math lesson and you have your 5-minute 100 facts and multiplication, but you also have math today, and it was put up to a vote in yesterday's 2 o'clock meeting that we try to have a math with 10 questions today. So that each one is worth a little bit less in points. That way, if you miss one, you can still get an A, not a C. So we'll try it with 10 questions today, and then we'll put it up to a vote if we want to go back to 4 questions or if we want to keep it at 10. All right. And then Wednesday, you're going to be doing also another science page today. And make sure you're still going on to Spelling City and reviewing your spelling words and your vocabulary for this week. And then for religion today, you have a fun activity. So I'll let you figure out what that is if you look in your religion packet. You have a fun activity to do today. Make sure you take a picture of it and show me it when you're done, and then attach it to the assignment. Okay, I think that's about it. Text me if you do anything earth-shattering, life-shattering, wonderfulness. Make sure you send me pictures of your day too if you do anything fun. I love to see pictures. It's always fun. It keeps us all happy and energized, and it's wonderful to see your faces at 10 and at 2. And Ms. Sherrard has said that we can continue to still do that. So as long as that stays safe and no hackers get into it, right? Let's pray that people are being respectful of different resources that we're using, and we'll still be able to use them. Text me if you have any questions. I am always here for you, and I miss you, and I love you lots, and I will talk with you all later. Bye.